Hiya, how you doing? So I said in my last video to you, I think I said it anyway, that I was going to make sure I did these permaculture mental health videos every week. But I'm sure you can appreciate that life takes over, and all good intentions, sometimes things just don't work out as you hoped. But yeah, so a big part of that really is just we've been so busy. It's just been finding the time, but it's no excuse because I really like talking to you guys. And yeah, I just want to share, love sharing all this stuff with you that we're doing here at Wyld Hedges and Wild Edges, and with the harmonies, or at the Harmony Garden. So this week is from the permaculture mental health video, is using the principle obtain a yield. So it's the third David Holmgren principle. And if you've looked at any of our social media, we've posted on there how we've defined these principles, really from explaining them from a social permaculture perspective. And there's always more detail that can be added to that. But a couple of questions that we put alongside that was, how can you build personal resilience? And what value do you place on your networks? And I find it quite interesting because before I came here and did this to speak to you, been out working with a client this morning, and then had to do some stuff for the Harmony Garden. There was part of me that felt the need to go and connect with family, but I was also aware of things that need to be done. And it was quite strange that my physical being, if you like, felt this need to do this. But it's kind of changed, the structure's changed a little bit today as well, so that kind of upsets my brain. But I went into this kind of brain foggy type thing. It was got confused, wasn't really sure what was happening, and I've settled down with that now. But it made me think that, was my desire and need to go and just go and visit family, was that, and then I didn't do that, did that add some kind of, did that take something away from my spiritual well-being? And by the way, I define spiritual not just in a religious sense, it's the intangible as well, things that we can't always feel, but things we know are around us, that we can experience through emotion. And yeah, I found myself having this kind of different level brain fog sort of situation, and it made me think about our principle for this week, obtain a yield, and putting the value on those, on the networks, my networks, the networks around us, and also my desire, my core beliefs, the things I wanted to do to get on and, you know, do some more work and do the things that sort of need to be done. But I think things have changed so much in the world over the last couple of years, and those networks have become so much more important. I'm sure you will appreciate this when I say that. But community and people and connection with family is I think become much more important than it ever has been, in that I've noticed in my lifetime. And I mean this more on the peripheral, listening to other people, speaking to other people, and just seeing what's happening globally. There are so many things that are happening right now that can just bring us down, that can just burn us out. But I don't know. So I'd be interested to know, what value do you place on your networks? And, you know, is something else you do in your life more important than connecting with family or friends? How do you weigh those choices up? And it is about choice. But yeah, I just, it just really made me think. And you are part of our network, my network, Wyld Edges network, and I very much value that. And I value what you say to us, you know, feedback you give, and just, I value you being there, really, really, really important. I very much value that. And I'd just like to say thank you for being part of the Wyld Edges wider network. And just would like to leave you with thinking about how much emphasis and value you put on your own networks. Who is around you to support you? Who supports you when you're having burnout? What groups, what networks are you part of? Just focusing on the we, I suppose, rather than the I. So if you're going through some sense of adversity, know you're not alone, that there are people out there that will support you. But yeah, so just what value do you put on your networks? Just consider that, I think. And I will do my utmost, I promise, to make sure that I do another one of these videos to talk to you guys. But for now, have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.